Hey, dude, what's happening? Chris here. Want to bring you all a little update on Digibyte. I know people have been getting excited about Digibyte breaking out of this trend line here we've been looking at and talking about for quite a while. And now, guys, what we did, we ran up and we tested that 200-day moving average, and we're seeing some rejection now. We're having some wicks up top there, and it looks like we're kind of forming a DOJI here. So we're going to dig into all that type of stuff, look at that, look at the long-term, out-term for Digibyte, all those different type of things. And if you all could like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Really appreciate each and every one of you being here with me today. And guys, what I would tell you here with Digibyte on the 1 day, I would be patient. Say you already had Digibyte, guys, I would, and you're a long-term holder, I would be holding on to it. I wouldn't be messing around with your Digibyte, anything like that. If you're looking to get into Digibyte and you're saying, man, I really want some of this, I would, and this is not financial advice, but I would wait for that pullback, because it's looking like we're going to have a pullback, guys. It's great that we tested the 200-day moving average. That's important. We saw rejection off that, so what we need to do is have a cool down period where we're having a nice pullback or throwback, and then we power up again on good volume to get over top of that, close over top of that, and start making higher highs and higher lows on top of that 200-day moving average that many long-term investors are looking at, especially in terms of accumulation. So we broke out of this trend line I had, guys, and we broke out on good volume. We went up here, we tested this. You're seeing these wicks right here, all this rejection, and now it looks like today we're gonna have to wait till the close, but it's looking like we have a DOJI coming in as well. So we're gonna wait another day and see if we have confirmation of a rollover to the downside here. My first stop I would look at is this 20-day EMA, and that's gonna be around, see guys, at 0.0122, and then I would look to back test this trend line, and that happens a lot in trading. You'll see a nice breakout, then you'll come back and you'll back test this trend line, and then you'll get a bounce off and you'll go higher. That happens a lot of times, and sometimes you'll even bounce up like this and then you can fall through both trend lines. So keep that in mind as well. But that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking for a nice pullback to that 20 EMA or down to this trend line here, or even where we're getting this cross, this golden cross of our 50 moving average over top of our 100-day moving average, our 50s in blue, our 100s in this orange color right here. And you can see that cross that's wanting to take place. But what's happening, why I'm saying wait for that pullback, number one, because of these candles at the 200-day, we saw rejection. Look at all the high volume that came in terms of this sell-off here. And also look where your price is here. So your price was right here, guys, which was lower. Your RSI was higher. Your price rose and your RSI went down. We kind of double topped on our RSI here. So I would not be surprised for a nice cool down period. Our RSI is at 71. We need to cool down a little bit so that we can move higher in the long term. It's all about the long term, and Digibyte is a phenomenal project. It's going to do good things in the future. It's already doing good things. And you know, guys, we're starting to see these bottoms getting put in. You know, in a lot of these coins, you're starting to see how that supply and demand, you're seeing the shift. And that's longer term investors who are now accumulating coins for the next bull run. You know, you have bull markets, you have bear markets, you have these accumulation times, and that's what we've kind of been in, how we've just really been moving sideways down in there. But if you look at a lot of these altcoins, what you're seeing is the price may still be going a little bit lower. You're seeing this rounded bottom, but the RSI is starting to tick up and it's starting to move up and it's gaining strength. So keep that in mind, guys. But those are the areas, I just really wanted to bring you a quick one here. Those are the areas that I would be paying attention to. I would also draw a trend line right here. Pay attention to this on the RSI right here. We want to see that hold. All right, so maybe come down off here, get a bounce, and then continue to move higher. If we do break down through this trend line, then maybe we'll head down a little bit lower, somewhere in this area on the 50, or maybe down to 44 on the RSI, which would be good. It'd be a nice cooling off period so that we could move higher. But you're seeing that rounded bottom take place, and you know what? You may even have where you have a little pullback here for that cup and handle type effect, and then you start moving higher as well. So there's a lot of different patterns, different things that I'm looking at right now, guys, but we're going to have more data. We're going to have to see where the close is there. We're going to close on a DOJI, but pay attention to this high volume that's taking place and all these wicks up here. I wouldn't want to be buying up here if I'm going long. I would look for that pullback. Remember, not financial advice, but that's just me. I'm a more conservative trader, and I'm not going to rush into anything. If I didn't have Digibyte right now, I wouldn't be buying it right now. I would wait for that cool down, cool off period, pull back down to here, or even test this trend line. That happens all the time in trading. And remember, trading's about putting the odds in your favor. No one's going to be 100% correct anytime, because no one can predict when the guy in Japan who has $24 million, he's going to dump it into Digibyte when he decides to do so after he gets done watching a football game. That's how it happens. That's why they're called market makers. They're the ones who make the market. They're the ones who control it. We have to ride their coattails. So remember, when you're following all these YouTube people, anyone who's saying they're correct all the time and they're a master at this, guys, I would probably shy away from them. You really want to study yourself. You want to learn this stuff, dig into the books, and get after it. God bless each and every one of you.